Now viewers, I'm going to swap the neutrals around here, because I think maybe I'm getting cancelled out in the phases. My phasing might be incorrect, and the output and the input are cancelling out, and the disc just won't move. It's stuck between the phases. So if I swap those two neutrals around, 3, 4, 4 and 3, that should correct it. So if I'm putting neutral into the current coil and back out through here, that should work. We'll give that a try. That makes sense. Okay, viewers, I've got the neutral swapped around. Let's plug this in. Okay, that's on. Let's turn the heater on. Still not working. Let's give it a quick tap, gentle. Okay. I guess this does need the full 460 volts to get the potential coil to get some flux going there. I don't think I could swap the. Maybe I could swap the actives around. I don't know if that's going to do anything there. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Okay, viewers, I tried carefully on the variac and everything, different wiring combinations. This thing still won't go. So it's strange. Everything's. I did have it double check and triple checked when it was hung up on the board upright. Everything, the wheel and everything spun freely and it was perfectly centered. But still no go. I'm surprised. It's active in neutral. It should energise a potential coil, and that was working because I heard it a slight hum. So that coil was actually getting energised. But putting a load through it, and this still wouldn't move. Strange. So I got my next meter, move on to my next restoration project. And this is a very interesting one. This is an Elgee meter type DB, 10 amps, 2 times 230, 460 volts. So it's another 460 volt meter, 50 hertz, 1 phase, 3 wire. Maker's number 2810555, 750 revs per kilowatt hour. 39, the year it was made, so 1939. Northeast Victoria, 781. Elgee, I think it might be a Landis, Gyr, a Landis Gyr that's made in Britain. So I looked inside this and I shook some loose debris out of it, bits of paint, and it had a Chamberlain and Hookham brake magnet in there. So it could be a British-made Landis Gyr, made by Chamberlain and Hookham. So I carefully removed this front cover to be able to see the inside. And I like how they did this arrow though. Very artistic how they did that. Needs a bit of a clean up, so we'll give it a little accuracy test first. We'll see how it goes and we'll give it a good cosmetic restoration. It's missing the terminal cover, unfortunately. It's just a plate that goes over the top and that bolts on. So let's give this thing, get the cover off and have a look inside it. Okay viewers, the cover's off. It's one bit of glass here that presses in. I've got to tighten those clips up holding the glass on. Be careful with that one. And there's the inside of this meter. Look at the gear train in there. Very well made. There's your adjustments for the potential coil. Another gear on there. There you go, now the light turns on. It's got an automatic light in it, this camera. Brass meshing there. And there's writing on the brake magnet. 2496.7.5. And that white paint, it was flaking off and filled the internals of the meter up with that white flaky paint. Centered load wheel, it's perfectly centered, that's good. As you can see, we've got a potential coil there and there. So active and neutral in there. Active out through there and neutral out through there. There's a little, looks like, I think this is definitely handmade. Alright. There's an earthing point, a little clamp there, but there's no actual bracket on the side where you put your earth, so it's probably earthed on one of these tabs somewhere. It's got 72,665.6 kilowatt hours there. Nice thick load wheel. perfectly straight, it's not bent. Oh, let's plug it in and give it a test, and hopefully this is accurate. That's on its mark. And that one's on its mark. See if I can do this one here. Okay, the heater's off. Turn that off. It's a 10 amp meter. So it's a 10 amp load. Let's see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. She's going. Load reel's pretty darn straight. That's good. This thing's never been refurbished either. You can see the little dial moving there. That one there's starting to move. Very quiet, no rattles, nothing. I'm surprised why the EMMCO A.Z's not working though. A little scrape mark in there, but I think that's because it was transported. That looks pretty damn well centered. Now that it's setting up right, halfway. Yeah, that's approaching halfway too. Beautiful. This little meter's accurate. Oh, sweet. You can see that slowly turning. Anti-creep there, little spring. Almost 3/4 of the way. 3/4 of the way. Yep, they're both exactly spot on. Because you have to remember, this potential coil was being measured through this one. So it's going to measure a tiny bit more. So you've got to allow for that. So far so good, this meter's accurate. Yep, she's pretty good, this meter. Beautiful. Yep, let it touch that line. That one's about to get to the centre of that little mark. When this one gets to the centre of that mark, we'll turn it off. Almost, got to get exactly in the centre there. Bit of glare from the sun in the background. Power off. There's a slight bit of creep there. Unplugged, load's unplugged. Yep, that's centred. And that's centred. Beautiful, this meter's accurate. And this little spring that you see down there, that's our anti-creep. The little thing there, there's a little tab on the bottom of the potential coil. That little tab there lines up with the bottom of that spring, and that stops the disc from creeping. You can see it spin very slowly. Yeah, and that's what that little thing there does. It's attracted to the holds it in place when it lines up and stops it from creeping. Turn that off. Unplug safety first before I go prodding the fingers in there. Just feel this for heat. There. Very, 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 not even the slightest bit lukewarm, if anything. So that was running at full capacity at 10 amps. But it's a 2 times, is it 2 times 10 amps or 10 amps total? No, 10 amps total. So it's probably 2 times 5 amps this meter. There you go, that white backing's peeling off. There's our gears in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All hand run. All done by hand. Very beautifully made little instrument. All done by hand in there. Yeah, this is definitely a Landis Gyr. Those little needles there, all pressed on and hand painted. Very nice. Okay, it's time to do a cosmetic cleanup, and this one is past the test. Okay, viewers, we're back together. Just clean that quite well. There you go, you can read that. Yeah, made in 1939, actually still accurate. That's great British and Landis Gyr quality. All I've got to do now is just come up with a little plate that bolts on, and that will just hold like a little flat plate against that and block that off, and that's it. That'll be our terminal cover. Because this little thread, all thread here is rusted. There's not much left of it, unfortunately. That's okay, but you look at the rust on those threads. I'll cut like a sheet of plastic or something, and just paint it black, and then it'll be a homemade terminal cover. There you go, this motor is accurate and restored. Thanks for watching.